What's up, YouTube family? It's S.Craft once again, and I want to thank everyone that subscribed to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do that now. Make sure you hit that notification button so you can be notified when we drop new content. If you haven't heard, my iPad Pro that I had all kind of video footage on, that I was going to drop some crazy videos for you guys, it was stolen out of my truck. Things happen, but by the grace of God, I was able to get me a new Canon 70D camera. So I'm excited to be recording new videos for you guys to watch. Man, I got plenty coming for you, so make sure you stay tuned for what's gonna happen. But let's go ahead and get ready for this next video. I think it's gonna be something that'll help you out. Anyways, follow me into the shop. Let's do this thing. What's up, YouTube family? It's your boy Shannon once again with another barber tutorial, and today we're going to do a crazy transformation on this dude. So usually he gets a little mohawk type, south of France type deal. So today we're going to go ahead and do a bald fade though. So right now I'm kind of making my guideline, my first guideline with my Slimline Pros, and now I'm balding it out with my wall balding clippers. I love to save, the blade on my edgers and use them more for edging. So those balding clippers, they're about 35 bucks, man. They're pretty good. So then cleaning it up with the Andis Pro Foil shaver, get that nice bald look on there. So now I'm going to go ahead and move in with my number 2. And I'm kind of going straight off the head, with a little flicking motion on there. But I'm going to go with the pattern of the hair as well. So let's just speed this up. Go a number 2 in there, and that's basically to create, just knock that bulk down. You guys know, if you watch my video, I like to knock a lot of the bulk down. We're making our second guideline now, and I have my Officer Fast Feeds with the blade fully open, no guard. I recently put a ceramic blade on there, and I absolutely love it. The ceramic blade, man, just cuts through the hair so much better. And it seems like it's a little longer, so it's easier to zero gap. Now I went straight into my number 1 guard, my purple magnetic 1 guard, opened it up all the way, and just blending it in right into that 2. Now on this side, you'll notice I'm going to make this a little tighter than the other side. Reason being is because this is where I'm going to put my part. Now if you'll notice kind of where the hair is curving down in the back, where you see where I'm not really fading, that's where I'm going to have my part. So I know that I'm going to tighten that little area up a little bit tighter, and what I mean is I'm going to stretch that fade out a little bit. But I found that with his hair in particular, which is very coarse, it's almost like metal hair. I don't know if you've ever cut that kind of hair before, but it's very difficult to cut. It's very challenging at times. But anyways, I found that when I put a part in it, that it actually, the part looks better, it looks cleaner whenever I make that a little tighter up in the parietal ridge area. So you'll see I went in first with a 2, and then I went in with a 1.5, and then I close it to, just a 1. And when I say 1.5, it's a 1 open. But I closed that one, went right underneath the 1 open, and I'm trying to, keep it tight. But now you'll see I'm doing a lot of lever play at the bottom. So I took the 1 off, and then I went with the 1/16 guard right underneath that, and now I'm just opening and closing the lever on my fast feeds with no guard on it right at the bottom, because I still want to keep the hair or the fade ending lower. And I know that from certain angles it may look a little higher, but as you can see, when I put the edge on it, it still goes all the way down to the bottom. Now I know I'm totally not done with this fade. I just wanted to, make sure that I'm ending it where I want it to. So now I'm getting my Slimline Pros once again, just kind of tapping around that area. And I'm still wanting this thing to kind of go down at an angle towards the back of the head, because there again, the fade is going to be a little fuller on the other side of the part. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. So there again, I kind of did this on purpose because I knew I was putting that part in and I was going to curve it down. So I'm just focusing on the area on this side of the part that I'm going to create. You'll see it come together. Then we'll have to tie it all in, but you'll kind of get the picture. And because I've done parts on him before, there again, I kind of know how it's going. So right now, just doing a little bit of lever play, trying to get that dark area out and that line. Once again, some people have hair and it seems just to like flick off, man, just right. And this guy's hair is very difficult to cut because it is so coarse. It's, like I said, it's like metal. But when it comes to this little blend right here, I want the blend to look nice, obviously. But what I've found is it doesn't have to be perfect if I'm going to put a part in it. Same with designs, guys. If you're going to put a part or if you're going to put a design in something, the blend doesn't have to be right on the money, because once I put the line in, it kind of looks like it cleans it up. So you'll see what I'm talking about in just a moment. But just trying to work on this area, get those dark spots out that are really being a pain in the butt. I continue to work on that with my 1 guard and my 1/16 guard. Now moving to the back of the head, I'm starting with the open blade once again from the bottom, creating the second guideline. Now I'm just going to slowly close it. If you watch videos that I've done in the past, there's times that you know that I like to go from open to halfway closed to all the way closed. And then there's times that I'll just walk it down. I'll do the open, and then right under that I'll close it about you know, 3/4 of the way, and then I'll go a little bit lower than that and close it about half, and a little bit lower than that and do about 1/4, and then I'll close it all the way. And it just depends on, you know, what kind of texture of hair it is, how easy it blends, because there again, there's some hair, man, that it doesn't take much to blend. And then you have others that is a lot harder to blend, so it takes a lot more detail work. I don't know if you guys heard, but I just hit over 1,000 subscribers at the time of this video. So thank you so much for everyone who's subscribed, who is supporting you know, the mission that I have to help teach people my technique. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. So here I'm going in with the open 1 and blending right into that 2. Now there again, I'm dropping this fade a little bit because you'll see on that side where I put the part how it's going to curve down into the darker part of the fade and just go right out into the bald. So then I close that 1 and just work in that area. Now there again, because his hair is a little bit difficult, it's curly and it's going in different directions, I'm just trying to go against the grain. So sometimes that means I have to turn the clipper sideways to go against it. You'll see kind of where my hand's at now with the clipper. Right above that there's a dark area, and it's all, you know, going sideways. So I'm going to have to come in a little bit later and just knock that down with probably a 1 open. So right now I'm just kind of working on getting the line out. I went from a 1 to a 1/16 open, kind of flicking that out, and there again going at different angles, just in whatever way the pattern of the hair is going. Took that 1/16 off, back to the open blade to bring it into that 1/16, and you know, opening and closing, just trying to get it blended. You know, like I said, some fades are easier than others. Some are more difficult. And in these videos, I just want to be transparent and, you know, let you know what's hard and what's not. And this dude has hard hair to cut. There are some heads that are harder than others. And I know if you're anything like me, you know, we don't like to really be honest and say, yeah, man, that was a hard haircut, you know, because we like to be like, nothing was too hard for me, you know. But there really are some hard heads to cut, and this dude has one of them. So it takes a lot more time. So be patient and just work it. I mean, if you see dark spots, keep going through the process. Now, right now on this side, I'm just trying to tie that corner in to that. Now, see, here's what I was talking about. I'm going to go ahead and create this part, and I wanted it to be tighter in the area where I'm starting the part so that way it just looks sharper and cleaner. But I knew that I was going to curve this part down all the way out to the bald. So you can see right where I was talking about, where on this side of the part, on my side of the part, I made it tighter, and on the other side of the part it starts to get a little bit darker. And I'll come in and just touch that up a little bit, just so it looks like it right there, just like it looks like it blends a little bit better. But so far I feel like it's coming together. There's going to be little things, detail work that I come in and hit, and I'm just a real detail guy. Sometimes I miss some details, but I try to give every customer my best. So now, just like we did to one side, we're doing to the other. This time though, on this side, being we're not doing the part on this side, we're going to go ahead and keep it a little bit fuller on this side, but we want to end the fade around the same place we ended the other one. So when you look at it from the front, you still can tell that that fade is stopping at the same point. And that's a good way to know if your fade is stopping at the same point. Look at the front. Once you put the edge on it, look at the front and just make sure that they're ending around the same spot. So once again, I did my one open, and then I went into I did the no guard open, and then I worked my way down, just closing the lever. Then I did my one open, trying to knock out that first line, the one into the two, closed the one, and moved down a little bit, and then I put the 1/16 in and went under that to knock out that line. Then, as you can see, I took my Slimline Pros and I was doing some detail work, and if I can't get a line out holding them the normal way, I will flip them over and just work at it that way, because the blade then is closer to the skin. It really doesn't scratch or hurt or irritate, but it's a good way to knock out a line between the shaver and your first guideline. So now, just coming in, cleaning up that edge, put the edge on it. Always start from the middle, work your way out. Now just hitting the hairs that are hanging over, doing some freehand work, some freestyle work. Just you got to turn them around, look, knock off any hairs you see hanging over. Like right here, I want to knock all this hair off in the back, and just on the sides, make sure everything is going up nice and straight. I really, as you can see, I kind of flick out a little bit at the end, and now I want to tie that back into the top, so I'm rounding it, and now just cleaning up the top, freehanding it. There's some hairs that obviously are going to stick out. Now with the top, I'm actually going to hit it with a sponge. He likes that curly look, and he likes it kind of messy looking, so I didn't want to make the top perfect. I mean, I didn't want to spend all day trying to hit every little hair, because it's going to have kind of that messy look to it anyways. So now just cleaning everything up with a straight razor. Make sure you pull the skin tight when you are using a straight razor. It doesn't matter where you're using it, always pull the skin tight. Now what I like to do, man, is I like to use a little gummy gel for his hair in particular. Some hair obviously you don't need it, but I'll put some gel in there first, and then I'll use the sponge on there to get him that look that he wants, but that his texture is a little bit different. So some hair obviously you don't need anything on, you just start hitting it with that, and it looks really nice and twisted. However, because his texture is different, I put a little gel in there, then I hit it, and it holds really well. Now as you can see, I'll look at different angles, and any little hairs I see coming out, I just hold my scissors parallel with that and start cutting it off. Now those little long hairs that are sticking off, like that one, I just knocked it off. So you have the messy look, but it's still a little cleaner, and there's hairs not sticking out. So anyways, this is the finished product, guys. Just cleaning his neck up. Man, I hope you liked it. I didn't show the beard, but you get the gist of it. Most people know how to do the beard. One day I'll do a beard tutorial. But yeah, just clean them up real nice on the neck. Make sure you get down, even underneath the collar. But boom, there's the finished product. I hope you guys like it. God bless you guys. And once again, thank you so much for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that notification button. God bless you. Peace.